Hi guys, how are you? Okay, we are continuing lesson, no, I'm trying to remember, 7.5 here. Okay, I'm on the second page now. Okay, and this first strategy on this page is a brand new strategy, okay? But we're going to practice it in this lesson. You'll practice it again in another lesson. And this is for my friends who like to do mental reasoning in their mind, like using rules that make sense to them, just use in their mind, okay? Maybe um, instead of drawing a picture. Okay, so I've got my pen ready here. All right, so the first strategy right here where it says B, it says use factors to find 12 divided by 4. So now we're going to be dividing by 4. So they want you to think of that 4, okay? Because every time we're going to be divided by 4 over and over again. So we're going to practice the same strategy when we're dividing by 4. So it says the factors of 4 are 2 and 2. Okay, so now here's a little picture to show you what they mean. 2 times 2 equals 4, right? So these are called the factors and this is called the product. All right, so they're saying think of the factors that equal 4. A 2 and a 2 when they're multiplied equal 4. So to divide by 4, just use those factors. Okay, so I still have 12 divided by 4. But instead of doing 12 divided by 4, let me divide 12 by the first factor of 4. And then I'll take that answer and divide it by the second factor of 4 because when you put those together, it's the same thing as 4. So I can just divide with 2 steps by the 2 different factors. So let's show you what we mean. First, I'm going to divide by this first 2. So instead of 12 divided by 4, let's do 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So now I have 6. And the other factor of 4 is another 2. So divide by 2 again, or divide by the other factor. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And you guys are really good now at dividing by 2's. So that's why they're suggesting to you it's going to be easier to divide by these smaller factors than dividing by 4. Okay, because you know some easier tricks for the smaller factors. Okay, 12 divided by 2, if you split 12 in half, it's 6. If you then have 6 divided by 2, you can split 6 in half to be 3. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, now we're going to use that strategy again down here in the try this. So I'm actually going to have you skip the C for now. We'll go back to that in a second. But let's try this strategy right here that I just did right here again. Okay, so it says try this. Use factors of 4 to find 16 divided by 4. So they're saying, okay, remember, split down the 4 into 2 factors that equal 4. It makes a 2 and a 2. So instead of dividing by 4, divide by the 2, get your answer, and then divide by the 2 again. So I'm going to erase that just so we have space here. So see if you can try that yourself. Pause the video right now, try that, and then start the video again to see how you did. Okay, so it says the factors of 4 are 2 and 2. Okay, so I'm just changing this 4 into a 2 and a 2. So I have to divide by the first 2. 16 divided by 2, if you split 16 in half, it's an 8. Okay, so now I have 8 and I have to divide by the other factor, which was also 2. 8 divided by 2, split 8 in half. What's the double that makes 8? 4. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, now I'm going to have you try one more on the side somewhere to see if you can do that without any of these guiding steps this time. Let's do 20. Hopefully you can see this. Divided by 4. Okay, so remember, what do they say for you to think about 4? Okay, so see if you can try that down here. Pause the video, try it, and then play the video again. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this mentally. A 4 is a 2 and a 2. So whenever I'm dividing by 4, I could just do 2 steps of 2. 20 divided by 2, or divided in half, is 10. Now I'm going to take that 10 and divide it by the other 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Did you get that? Good job if you did. Okay, that's a mental math strategy you could do. I mean, that's It's not technically all mental math if you write it out like this, like I did, but it's a reasoning strategy. Like you're using rules that would make sense so you don't have to draw a picture. Now, if this is a little too confusing for you, remember you don't have to use this strategy. You can use arrays or pictures, number lines, the other strategies we've been talking about. All right, so let's go back up to this C now. It says use a related multiplication fact. Okay, and this is a strategy we've learned before. So if I'm trying 12 divided by 4 equals n, remember, whenever you see like a letter in an equation, it just means it's a mystery number. We don't know what the number actually is, but there's something hiding under that letter that we have to solve. Okay, so 12 divided by 4 equals n. I'm going to go backwards and take these two and multiply them. Remember, do the opposite with multiplication. So I would take this, the two small numbers here, and put them at the beginning, 4 times n, and I would take the total, which is at the beginning in division, and I would put it at the end in multiplication. 4 times n equals 12. Now, if you're good at your math facts, you would know 4 times 3 equals 12. So really what's hiding under that n is a 3. So 12 divided by 4 would be 3, or you could write it like this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop this video and then we'll do a new one for the Sharon Show.